Well, just before this part in the video, there was the camera set up with me weed whacking. I didn't like how it turned out, so guess what? Now you see me mowing. Anyway, this is just the backyard, and I also filmed the side yard of one of my properties. This is just a smaller one. I mow a couple of properties for these people. But you get to see me buzzing around on this Wright Stander. This is the 2016 ZK with the AeroCore deck that I talked to you guys about in my last video. That I had demoed. And this is the one I'm just using again, goofing around on the Stander. This is the one I'm using while they're putting the new bagging system on the Tiger Cat that I had bought. So, which actually he just texted me, and I can pick that up tomorrow morning. So you guys will see that in tomorrow's video. But this thing actually cuts pretty good. It buzzes right along, does a good job, and it's a lot of fun to ride. It's a nice mower. It's fast. I don't see why everybody gets crazy out of control about these Wright Standers. I don't see what the big deal is. Can you mow this yard with a smaller mower? Absolutely. Can you push mow it? Yes, you can, all day. You do not need a mower like this to mow a yard like this, and you can still make plenty of money. There's no need for a mower this size for properties this size. I just had it, so I'm playing around with it. But it like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice mower, but just it's not for me. It's not for me. I needed something. I like to bag lawns, especially in the spring when they're growing like crazy, and then in the fall I like to do a lot of bagging, and Standers just aren't practical for that in the way a zero turn is. So here I am double cutting this. I actually didn't even cut it that low, but it did leave a lot of grass there. So I'm just running over it and cutting it again, just to spread some of that grass out so that it's not so noticeable. But this mower, like I said, as far as bagging systems go, they do make a track vac system. You can run off the side of a Stander and the mount is on the front of the mower. But if you know what a track vac system is, it looks like brute garbage cans with a mount on top of it. So in other words, the way I see it is, one of the best things about a Stander is, ducking down, I don't want to take my head off in that tree. One of the best things about a Stander is being able to see straight down in front of you to notice things you otherwise wouldn't see on a different mower. You put that track vac system in front of you, it's right there. It kind of ruins the whole point of that. I'm sure people will argue back and forth, you know, because people just love to argue. So someone will argue back and forth and say, oh, I can see just fine over mine. Well, I don't care. I don't care if you can or you can't. It's just my opinion. So for the money, the better warranty, all the way around, going with that Tiger Cat's a much better deal. But I just wanted you guys to get an idea of this this Stander, see what it was like, see me having some fun on it, and just to get a general idea. So that's it. That is that. Let me put the mount here. That is the Wright Stander. What the heck is today? I don't know. I don't know what today is. Today is the 29th. I would have wore shorts today. You said a high like 74. Unless it's over like 77 or 78, I usually wear pants just because it drives me crazy when all them stones constantly are hitting my legs. I can deal with it. I mean, I do deal with it, especially when it's too freaking hot out. I just suck it up and deal with it anyway, because sometimes it's just too damn hot to wear pants. But if I can get away with wearing pants and not be too overly hot, overly heated up, then I will, just because
I noticed that I move slower when I wear shorts. Just because, as you guys saw right there in the beginning, I 45 the edges of all driveways, so you don't have that grass hanging over. If it's a concrete driveway where it has straight edges all the way down, then I'll edge them like I would a sidewalk. But just blacktop driveways or stone driveways like that, I 45 them all. It just looks a hell of a lot nicer, and my customers love it. But yeah, when you do that, stones fly up everywhere, and you just get the hell beat out of your legs. But it seems pretty damn hot anyway. I think it's just because I've been running like crazy over here. Because now that I'm sitting in my truck, I'm cooling down already with that breeze. The sun's not even really out. I mean, there's a lot of clouds today. But, so that's that. That is that Stander. A lot of fun to ride. You can have a good time on it. It's just not practical for what I do. That lawn there was the 61 deck overkill. Yeah, you could say that. I can get it done pretty fast with my 36 Stander. 48s work just fine. The 52 seems like it's almost perfect. But plenty of room, and I can get in everywhere I need to get to. So I mean, it's not that much of a big deal. You can mow it with anything. If you had to push mow that lawn, you could push mow. It'll take you longer, of course, but it can be done. Just because you only have a push mower doesn't mean you can't do it. You can do anything you want. But so that's that. I did get rid of the fuel cell, and I will explain that in a little bit. And I went to those new style cans with the push button, and I absolutely love them. Love them. They were like 40 bucks a piece at my dealer, and he gave them to me for $30 a piece. So I bought 3 of them. But I'll show you more on them in a little bit, and I'll explain to you why I got rid of the fuel cell. So I just used the 36. That bad boy is out of here, going. I just used the 36 on this little lawn. This is the one I did in the video before. You guys seen me trim up all the hedges and everything across the front. It has a small backyard. Anyway, so here they are. These are those cans that I got. If you guys remember correctly from other videos, this is where the fuel cell sat, right here. I have these hooks in here, and then a couple hooks over there. You probably can't see them. It's kind of dark. I don't know how well this camera is. But I just got these here. I'm going to build something in here to kind of keep these in a row, 3 of them in a row. So they stay there. They're just kind of sitting there right now, but that's the deal with them. So, I'm done mowing for the day. I have a bunch of billing I have to get done, a bunch of billing I have to get out, and finally a good month of billing. Oh, last month sucked ass. And the month before was nothing to write home about. That drought killed us. But I save a lot of money, so it didn't put me in a bad situation. However, it did put a crimp in my savings for my winter fund, which I will still meet. I always do. It just should be a lot higher right now than what it is. So anyway, the dealer texted me about an hour and a half ago and said the bagger finally showed up. I guess it was supposed to be in this weekend and never showed up. It was supposed to be on Friday and it didn't. Then they thought it was going to be in this weekend, didn't show up. Which isn't their fault. You know, what are you going to do? So it's there now, and they are working on it right now, assembling it. They have my mower, like I mentioned earlier. And they are going to get it done. Hopefully it'll be done today. And I text him back. I said, yeah, I want my baby back. And he goes, I want you to have your baby back. So hopefully it'll be done sometime before they close today. I think they close at 5 or 6. And I can take them this right back and get my new Tiger Cat. It is 10 to 4 right now. So, yeah. So I cracked out all them lawn safes. Some of them were extremely high, the double cut. Some of them I just cut them really high, just to avoid having a double cut. But that's a day. So I guess you guys will get another video from me tomorrow, and that'll have stuff in there about the new Scag. So thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I appreciate it. And